What's your average price point in Grand Rapids right now?
Meaning you get wonderful value in Michigan.
Michigan always cracks me up. You know they're from Michigan when they're doing this.
Yeah, that's a true Michigan. I'm
It
not.
is.
So Grand Rapids has gone through a huge growth spurt because it used to be blue collar and has become white collar.
But yeah, never Grand Rapids. That just now we want to go.
I love the convenience of everything. I love how quickly I can get around.
Hey, this is Kina with Real Talk about real estate. Thank you so much. Today I have Ingrid Anastasiu from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have known Ingrid and I have known each other for a while. We're both in Gary's top 100. Woo! So thank you, Ingrid. Thanks for joining us. So how are you?
I am great. Aloha and good morning to you, Kina. I know you just got up while I have gone through closings, through showings, and all that. Thank you for having me here. I am super excited to share a little bit about the state where I'm helping clients to move to and to find a house.
Yes, and you are doing great. We follow each other on Facebook. So, what's your average price point in Grand Rapids right now?
Well, you probably cannot follow that given your numbers. We are 386K average price point, meaning you get wonderful value in Michigan and the side where I'm on, Grand Rapids, West Michigan Lakeshore, is considered the more costly in the Michigan,
Now, where is it?
pricing
I know
market.
we use our hand. Where on the hand is Grand Rapids?
I cannot point because you don't see if I point, but it's closer like down to your little finger area. So I'm on the west side.
Okay. Yeah,
West.
Michigan always cracks me up. You know they're from Michigan when they're doing this.
Yeah. That's a true Michigan. I'm
It
not.
Oh, I'm from right here.
Yeah.
But
It's only
yeah,
for those who know about Michigan, you know.
yes. So that's incredible. So now what about investors? Can we cash flow at that?
Very good. So I do work with investors from out of state. I work with in-state, but I do have a good portfolio of investors out of state. I have, for example, one client from California. He purchased like 20 plus properties, and he just called me Saturday and said, "Hey, can you give me an apartment with 6 to 10 units below 2 million?" And I'm like, "No problem, can do." I
Oh,
know you cannot do that where you at, but I
that's
can.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you
we
do
won't talk.
cash flow.
That's yeah, our multifamilies are 5 million if they're good cash flowing ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say we see investors come in from California, from Colorado. I understand the Texas market, Arizona market has softened a little bit now.
Yes.
But we have had investors from that area as well. Is it okay to talk a little bit
Yeah.
about Grand Rapids and the
Oh
market?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So who's moving there? Um,
We So, for example, right now I have 3 clients from Colorado coming here. After this, we showed yesterday. I'm going to meet them after this interview and show them more properties. We have a lot of East Coast, West Coast, Chicago, Boston, and our market is really driven by the medical growth, which we had. We have in the Midwest. The idea was to create the second Ann Arbor. Nobody will know what that means if you're not familiar with Midwest, but it's a highly regarded, hospitals and network of physicians in Ann Arbor. So that was the goal and has been extremely successful. That means that the cancer center, the children's center, many of the key, subjects here for health have new hospitals, and they were built after 2015. So Grand Rapids has gone through a huge growth spurt because it used to be blue collar and has become white collar.
oh,
So the main focus still is manufacturing a little bit, but no longer to what it was historically. We are considered most talent comes in for white collar job opportunities.
So
Grand Rapids
what do they
has,
do for fun? What do you have? I know you guys have a lot of lakes, but what are they doing for entertainment and fun, but when they're not working?
we have a very, very active art and design team. Grand Rapids has been, if you look it up, we have been named #1 beer city. We have Restaurant Week every year. We have the Art Prize, which is a global event where the main prize you can win is 500,000, and then there's 300,000. Grand Rapids is a city which is based very strongly on some successful companies here which have acted as very strong philanthropists
Wow.
and have supported Crows for the conference center, convention center, the Van Andel Arena, the DeVos Congress Center. We are getting a new Congress Center. They are building a state-of-the-art amphitheater at the Grand River. We are getting one of the top soccer stadiums in Michigan, which just launched, will be finished by end of 26. So there has been tremendous growth, mostly based on, a lot of support from philanthropists who are in our market here, which in return has resulted in a lot of cultural, and entertainment and art scene. So I would say I have lived in many, many places. I'm not your Michigan realtor. I'm a global realtor. I have lived in many, many places. I've been to all continents but Antarctica. Grand Rapids impresses me with the crows within a 15 to 20 year time span.
Wow. So yeah, because I had never really, like I said, we talked earlier before we recorded that I've been to Michigan, but yeah, never Grand Rapids. That just now I want to go. Every time I
Yeah,
visit,
you should
so,
come visit. It is
so
there's always something going on. There's always a festival, an art fair, restaurants in the streets. I would say that is one of the silver linings, if I can say, after COVID, that when all the restaurants went out in the street, I am German. I cannot hide my accent. So I love outdoor dining, and we didn't have too much of that, but that really stayed after COVID. So we
oh,
have a lot of restaurants outside. Some streets were closed off, and they are still closed off in summertime, so people can dine outside. So has totally changed.
that is a very European thing. So
Yeah,
I do miss the beer gardens and
yeah. And we do have beer gardens. So I'm like, yes, finally, people.
oh
Yeah,
no. Now see, now I definitely have to come. We need a mastermind in Grand Rapids.
I would love that.
What do you love the most about Grand Rapids?
I could live anywhere where I would choose to live, other than that I have my business here. So I always say I'm here by choice. I love the convenience of everything. I love how quickly I can get around. I love how green it is. I may have shared with you, my son is in New York, my daughter started in California, now she started working in Denver. So I'm all over, but I love Grand Rapids. I like to mountain bike. I like to run. I like to ski. I love water, like I'm sure you do in Oahu. Um, I have it here all. The winter can be not so pleasant, like 4 months. It may get a little bit chilly, but still, we have the luge, we have tubing, we have skiing, we have cross country. So it just comes down to you embracing it. So
Yeah.
I do love the variety I have of recreational activities. I adore the lakeshore. It is for me 30 minutes. If I want to dine, if I have a day of showings on a Saturday, I decide to dine on the water and I want to be on Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan is very amazing. It feels like the ocean, it looks like the ocean,
Oh, yeah.
but it doesn't have sharks and it doesn't have salt. So perfect, win-win. So
Yeah.
yeah, you see me being super passionate, and I always say to my relo clients, I'm here by choice, which I think is the best testimonial you
Yeah.
can give to Michigan.
So
And
now,
I do not have an I-5 license, right?
oh,
Because it's not so busy. It's so much easier to commute. So you get more time with your family, you get more time biking or running instead of sitting 1.5 hours in your car in a traffic jam, like in California.
Yeah, or here, unfortunately. Now, what about those lakefront properties? Are they a little more expensive? Are they more in the luxury side? Or what are we looking for if I want to come in and get a lakefront?
From your perspective, a lakefront would be super affordable. It starts at about 2 million. From it's clearly above the average Michigan price point of not lakefront. Now, Michigan has a huge amount of lakes. So if I tell you 2 million, that refers to Lake Michigan lakefront. That does not refer to the many, 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 many lakes we have. So you can get lakefront on a lake, which starts probably at 600-700. I had one last night at $599 on a smaller lake. That is a water sport lake, which is really nice. But Lake Michigan is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So there is a lot of demand for, I do sell Lake Michigan, lakefront. It's about 30 minutes commute for me. The homes are beautiful. I'm most familiar with it. Have shown many, have sold many, and you have to be there to fully understand what Lake Michigan lakefront living means. Did you know that Michigan has the biggest sand dunes in the world, which are
Really?
on not salt water?
I did not know that. So
They
where are
go,
those? Are they on Lake Michigan?
yes, and they are as high as 250 feet. They go in like up to half a mile. It was to me something, and I was not aware of until I moved to Michigan. That's why I shared with you before we started this conversation. I really want to share with people what is Michigan about and why do I love Michigan and why do most of my clients who come here and relocate here love to be here. Like last night, I met with a client and they are moving back after 15 years and they're coming in from Colorado and just like, well, I'm just missing the lake so much. So there's certainly some power to it. You can see the sand dunes from the Earth,
Oh,
from
wow.
space.
No, I'm going to have
Sorry,
to
from space.
Google Earth and look because I did not know that. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, is there anything else you would like people to know about Grand Rapids?
One thing I'm super proud of, I mentioned before that we have received a lot of the top nominations like Beer City, affordability, talent, but 2025 we were just named as one of the top places for women's workplace, which I'm like, yes, totally love that. And yeah, I would invite them to come here to check it out. We have a lot of people come in just for the weekend and spend the weekend here, go up north, go to Traverse City, but make it your destination. You can easily spend a week here and you will not cover everything.
Wow. Well, I definitely am going to put that on my bucket list for when I can
Please
get
come. I
away
take you
long enough
around.
from selling houses on Oahu. It's a little crazy right now. But yes, well, thank you so much for being with us on Real Talk about real estate. This has been great, and I'm excited to see you at Mega Camp. And maybe we can find barbecue in San Antonio.
We
I don't
will.
think it'll be as good as the one in Austin, but maybe.
We will. Check it out. Thank
All
you so
right.
much for having me, Kina. I
Yes.
appreciate you and I appreciate the opportunity sharing here today.
Yes, thank you.